Hey everybody, it's me, Shadow Dragon 56 here, and I am going to tell you guys one of my funny stories that has happened to me in my short life so far. Okay, this is a funny school story as well. I've been in school, and so one day. Well, the first day, I went to school, all that stuff, and I got to school at like 7:30 in the morning, like normal for me. That's when I usually get to school, and so I'm talking to my friends, all that stuff till school starts. School actually starts, because I don't get there when school starts, because that's gonna really suck if I get there during first period. And so while we're all just standing there talking, the bell rings to go to class and stuff. And so we all go to class, and I go to my first class, okay, and when I get to my first class period, I realize that the room that it's supposed to be in is my old English teacher's room. So I'm sitting here like, what's going on when I see this? And I go to the office because I'm confused, because I'm like, this is not my first period. This cannot be my first period. And the office is like, yeah, for that stuff there, you get bused to a different school at 7 in the morning. So I'm like, well, that's just great. I get here at 6:30. They're like, yeah, if you don't want to be late there, you should get here at like 6:50. So I was like, well, that's just great. But also, during this time period, I was looking outside while they were telling me this, and they were like, hey, I see one random bus pull in, drop one kid off, and just leave. And later, I found out that that was my friend, and that bus had gone to the high school, and not to my school, not to my junior high. And it was one of my good friends on that bus, because he got the high school bus to actually drive him back to our school. It was great. It drove in, dropped one kid off, and left. It was hilarious. But back to my story. Now, while I'm just saying this stuff, I'm like, okay, great. So I missed my first period. And I went and I sat down, and I just, sat there and played on my phone, looked at memes, all that stuff. And then the bell for second period rings, so I'm like, sweet, I get to do something today. I will get to do something today. That's fun. And then I learned that I wasn't going to get to do something, because apparently my first and my second period are at that other school. So, because of this, I missed both of my first period, and went and sat back down again, because, well, I went there to my first period and realized that it was a class of 7th graders. That's what threw it off. Was that it was a class of 7th graders in the room that was supposed to be a class for 9th grade, not 7th grade. It was, yeah. But I went and talked back to the office, and they're like, yeah, both the first and second period are over there. So I was like, that's cool. Yeah. So learning this, I went and sat back down, played on my phone some more, looked at some more memes. Then third period came along. I told all my friends that were in third period what happened to me. They were all laughing at me, all that stuff, and thought it was hilarious that I missed my first and second period. And then the next day I went and did it, and learned that I didn't miss my second period, I just missed my first period. Because at that school they did an 8A B-Day thing, and not just my normal schedule, where it's just first, second, third, fourth, sixth, and seventh all in one day. They had both of my 2 periods were an hour and a half classes, were an hour and a half long, both of them and stuff. If you get that, I'm telling the story really confusing, but it was hilarious. And now that I'm a week into it, I've realized that in my engineering class, I know absolutely nothing. I don't get any of it. So yeah, and my school's done this new backpack thing. They've enacted a new rule. It's a no backpack in class rule, which I think is just plain stupid and all that stuff. But I don't know if more schools do that or if it's just mine now. But they're getting really scared about stuff. Like last year we had an actual fire at my school, not just a drill, and the school got scared because it wasn't during any of my classes. It was in the 5-minute period between my classes. So everyone had their backpacks, like everyone did. No one didn't have their backpacks unless you're one of the people who doesn't carry your backpack around. But like absolutely no one didn't have their backpacks, and so everyone went out there and found their teacher that would have been for their next period and lined up with them. And then in an assembly they told us, hey, you can't have your backpacks during a fire thing. They're a fire hazard. It's like, well, we had them on our backs already, so what were we supposed to do? Go put them in our lockers? So they got mad at us for that and stuff, and we just went on our merry ways and thought nothing of it. And now this year they're like, no backpacks in class now because it's a fire hazard. And it's like, that, okay, whatever. It's like, yeah, it is a fire hazard. And they were like, and you're not supposed to take them with you during a fire. If there is one, you're just supposed to leave them in class. It's like, well, why not put the extra effort in to take your backpack full of some probably valuable items in it with you when it is right there and won't take you any more time to grab it than it would to leave it. It literally doesn't change anything. If you left your backpack there, it would take just as long to get out of the classroom. If you grab your backpack, it might even be faster because then it's out of the teacher's way. And it's out of other students' way. But if it's there, why not grab it? That's what they got mad at us about, is that we grabbed our backpacks and stuff. I had no problem with the backpacks. No one did. All the teachers didn't. And now they've just made it harder on themselves by doing this. They've made it harder on students, parents, teachers, the entire school. It's chaos now. And now since they're giving us our own Chromebooks, if you don't know what a Chromebook is, it's pretty much just Google's laptop. They're giving us our own Chromebooks this year. So that's pretty great. And I was like, sweet, new Chromebook, things that stuff. And now they're like, now they're like, you need to buy a Chromebook case. I'm just like, you would have made life so much easier for everyone if you just let us keep our backpacks. In my view, taking away our backpacks was a completely dumb idea. But hey, I guess that's just my opinion. So, that was only a 9 minute long story. I've got a lot of other stories. Another story is, I'm gonna tell 2 stories in this video. Okay, this isn't a school thing. This was before school even was in. It was during summer this year, and during summer, I went on a thing called Trek. If you're not part of the church, my church, you wouldn't know it. I'm part of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. If you don't know it, whatever. but I'm part of that church, and so I went on a thing called Trek with everyone, and it was pretty fun. It was really fun, actually. It's a lot of fun. If you guys don't know what it is, it's supposed to pretty much be like a reenactment of the pioneers coming across the plains of what coming across the plains from the east coast to the west to where they settled at. And so mine was really fun and stuff, except for like the bussing around. So we had to take a 6 hour bus ride on school buses. Like all the other people that went on this thing, except for like my ward got school buses and stuff like that, and a lot of the others got their own like private school buses and not school buses, private buses and stuff like these awesome tour buses. It was stupid. We had to ride on these sucky seats and all that stuff next to each other. It was really bad, okay? And so yeah. Okay, so we did a 6 hour ride up there. We did our hike for that day. And we got to push hand carts and stuff. It was really fun. But after doing our hike for that day, we went and we slept, and the next day we woke up, had breakfast, which was really good, by the way. Awesome. It was really good. It was awesome. And we had everyone get packed up and stuff, and we left and did our next hike. And then on our next hike, we went and after our next hike, we went blah, 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 blah. So I just forgot what I was about to say. We were been like talking or something, and then completely forgot what you were about to say. So that's what just happened to me. But okay, after our hike on the second day, we got bused to another place and didn't do any more hiking. We just got bused to our next camp and we slept that night. Got some dinner and slept. And then the next day we woke up and got our breakfast again. But this was the third day, so my group, since I was in the pink flag group, I had to wake up at I don't remember what it was. Like my brother, he woke up at 4 or something, but my group woke up at around 5, like right around when we were about to leave. So my group had like 15 minutes to get ready, get dressed and ready, and leave, eat breakfast and leave. And my brother had like 45. It was stupid, but my group did. And I wish I had gotten woke up at the same time as my brother, but my group didn't do that. So, because of this, I didn't get very much food. I got a single cinnamon roll, and I was so freaking hungry. So I asked my friend, Gabe, who was in my Trek family. If you don't know yet, that you get Trek families that are supposed to be your family for like a week on Trek. And so yeah. So I got my friend Gabe, who was in my Trek family, talking to him, and I was like, yeah, I didn't get any sausage. And he was like, well, I'm not going to eat my sausage, so here you go. So I get his sausage, and I move my leg, like I set it down on my leg and moved my leg, like didn't even mean to move it that much, but I moved it so I could get my water bottle. And when I reached down for my water bottle, I ended up knocking the sausage with ketchup on it all over my leg. And it sucked, because I had ketchup stains all over my leg, and I didn't get to eat the sausage. So I was sad all day that day. And that day, we got to do a 14-mile hike. And it was up this thing called Rocky Ridge. It was the first bit, Rocky Ridge, I thought was going to be really hard, but it was actually really easy. The sucky part was the next 12, 13 miles was the worst part. Because it was there were no trees, there was no nothing, there was no shade. It was just, you had to walk 12 miles in the sun all day, which leads me to say that I'm glad I had to get up so early. Because if I hadn't gotten up so early, it would have been really hot all day for us. That's why I feel bad for the second group. Because they got to the hike when we were about halfway done with it or something. I don't remember. But we were a good hour or two ahead of them. Which absolutely sucks for them. So. So. We got to camp and all that stuff, and then we just started like hanging out and stuff. And there was a river there, so we went and we walked in the river and stuff. It was super fun. And then my Trek family, we had a bunch of baby powder, and we had a baby powder war. And I was like, it wasn't even a war really. It was just attack Zach with baby powder. That's what it was. My name is Zach. It was pretty much just attack him. Attack me with baby powder. So I got doused with baby powder, and my friend almost threw my jacket in the river. And that was fun, yeah. And then that night, that day was our last day trekking. The next day we were pretty much just get ready to go. And then leave. So yeah. That was fun. And on the trek thing, we figured out that we could play rock paper scissors while pushing the handcart. If you just hold the bottom of the handcart with one hand and then use your other hand to play rock paper scissors, it was really fun because we played rock paper scissors so much that was our way to get out of everything. So yeah. That was my funny trek thing. And then I sat on another bus ride that was supposed to be like 6 hours long again. It was supposed to be less. It was supposed to be like a 5-hour bus ride because we were closer to our destination, to where we were supposed to go next, which was home. But to get back onto the main road, we had to drive on a dirt road out of there. So that sucked a lot. Because, yeah, it just sucked. I don't know how to explain it, but it sucked so much. It was one of the worst days ever. Especially on a school bus, you know. School bus plus dirt road sucks. It was really bad. So. But yeah, that was a trek experience that I had. It was really funny. So, at least I think it was kind of funny, I guess. I don't know. So, yeah. So, if you guys enjoyed the stories, you guys should subscribe then, because they're pretty funny stories. If I do say so myself, they're pretty funny stories. And, ooh, I didn't know I had this. Whatever. But yeah, they're pretty funny stories. And, if you guys enjoyed them, you should hit the like button, because I want to get at least 1 like on this video. And, hit the subscribe button, because I'm probably going to play more Forza Horizon 4, which was the game you saw in the background, if you didn't know that. And I'm probably going to tell more stories, so it's like a win-win thing. And, yeah. Those days were pretty fun. But, yeah. And, if you guys think I should make an animation channel, where I just do a bunch of animating, like show me animating or drawing and stuff like that, and you guys should comment that down below. Or I forgot what else I was about to say. And okay, so my stuff, my new class thing that I took, that I signed up for last year, since I don't get any of it, do you guys think I should drop out of it or not? I want to hear opinions on that, even though I've already made my decision. why do I do stuff like this? Yeah, no, I've already made my decision, but I do want to hear what you guys think, what I should do after I've made my decision. Because by the time this video is up, it'll already be done. Or already have dropped out and swapped classes. But you know, if you guys didn't want me to, you could have said something else. But that's it for this video. Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.